Welcome back to Fil-Am Tink Bang. There's the house progress behind me here. Everything's backwards because I'm in selfie mode. But flip that around in your brain and you'll be fine. So we're out here checking on the progress. Another beautiful day. A little windy up on the Bukit, but it's very, very enjoyable weather conditions here. Very hazy out again. That's just this time of year. There's other times of year where it's definitely more clear outside. There's the view behind me. And we'll switch around to the house. Take a good look at the house here. There we go. That's where I'm at, off in the side yard. Somebody was suggesting that we put a little kubo or something down here on this part of the property that views out towards the valley and the ocean and everything here, because it's a beautiful, beautiful view from here. So yeah, we've thought about putting maybe a little kubo or something right over here, kind of where this pile of brush is that's going to get burned. That would be a really nice shady viewpoint for pretty much everything. Again, everything's got to be cleaned up. We need to get a couple of goats out here to start chomping on all the excess growth. I'm sure they'd be happy to eat it. So, but wow, looking good from this angle. So far, I'm pretty happy how this is turning out. Not a whole lot of progress since we were out here last time, but it kind of seems to be how it goes. A lot of it is prep work, and then all of a sudden you see a bunch of progress. But in the meantime, we sure appreciate coming out here and enjoying the beautiful views, the beautiful weather. And it gets us out of Digos, out of our little apartment in Digos. Let's see if we can get a good view across the valley here. Just a nice breeze coming up the hill. It sure is just nice to be out in a natural area. We really enjoyed living in Clearwater, Florida. And there were lots of palm trees around, but none of them palm trees had coconuts on them. You couldn't hire a local to chop one down for you so you could drink the juice. Those suckers are pretty freaking good. Fresh coconut juice, buko juice. It's very good. And it's just gorgeous out today. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the nuts on that tree. So yeah, kind of right where I'm standing here is where we've talked about building a little kubo, or some kind of little outpost where we can just come sit and enjoy the weather, or maybe even in the future build a second little room out here that people can stay in. family guests. I don't know, maybe we could rent it out for a night. We'd have to put a bathroom in it if we did that. Looks like somebody's burning something over there on the hillside. And this is the tree we're thinking about not cutting down, but cutting back. So we'll cut it down to the bottom few branches, and then maybe trim those back as well and let it start doing some regrowth. That way we keep a good healthy root system in the soil. At the same time we reinvigorate our view, because there's the house, there's the tree. We had a comment on that too, that hey, you should chop that tree down, it's right in the middle of the view. I said, yeah, we were thinking the same thing. And then there's our mountain view out back. So, and you can see how this tree kind of obstructs the view a little bit. It's not bad. We still got a really good view. But if we took that down a bit, that would be nice.
I was telling him to cut the tree and leave like this, and it will regrow again. Yeah. And the same thing that
I was just mentioning that on the video. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yes,
just leave the bottom few branches and then cut those short too.
Yeah.
And it'll all just regrow.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll leave the roots in the ground and.
Yeah, yeah. May gabas, no? Nakagabas? Ah, okay. Sige. Pati ni diri, gusto ko na
So we have a wall on the inside. I was walking right underneath this earlier and I didn't notice it. But we've got wall going up, probably on both sides. Oops. Yeah. You got some wall going up on both sides. So that's very cool. Alright, I'm gonna cheat and step over this little wall and walk right in through the front of the living room here. So this is pretty cool. In master bedroom, master bath, closet, plenty of room in there for us. Nice living room, we'll be comfortable in here. If you have an opinion on this, let us know. My wife have been going back and forth on whether we should put the TV up against this wall. We have a 75-inch TV that we brought from America that's real nice. And we'll either put it on this wall or we'll put it on a short stand right in front of that orange tube sticking up out of the ground. That's going to be electric outlet built into the wall. So we'll either have it there, and it'll stick up to, I don't know, it'll probably stick up to here. And so that will block part of the view, which my wife really doesn't want. That's why she wants it on the wall over here. So I'm trying to figure out where we're going to put surround speakers on the wall over here. I'll have to have one over there and one right there maybe. And then as we face the TV this way, it wouldn't be too bad. Have speakers on each side, left and right that way. The problem I have with this is when I'm over here in the kitchen, and there's the outlet for the island. Yeah, so when I'm over here in the kitchen, cooking on the stove, which would be right about here, and I want to turn and see what's on TV, it's not too bad. I'll be able to tell, I guess. Especially if we have a wall mount. Well, I do have a wall mount that will pull out from the wall and tilt either direction a little bit. But, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going back and forth on this one myself. So, Bing's opinion might win out on this one for sure. We'll see. So I guess we're doing the AC right there. And then this is the back wall of the closet. And that's a good sized closet there. And that's our standard bathroom with our master bath on the other side there. And then they don't have the wall yet for this room. And again, back out the back of the spare bedroom. The water coming off the roof is nice and clear. I don't know if that shows up too well on camera or not, but at least the rainwater is nice and clean, dropping right out of that hole. Man, this is not going to suck being out here all the time. So they're going to finish this wall over here. See, this will be the, wow, that's going to be huge for a, this will be like a little, well, actually be like a very big pantry here. Wow, good sized pantry. And this will be the linen closet, which is still a good sized closet.
So I did discuss to the guy to trim some trees when they have extra time.
Yeah.
So trim it for me because right now they're kind of slowing down.
That tree in particular?
Huh?
That one tree in particular?
Yeah, and this one over here on the side.
Which
too,
one?
Because it's going to the roof.
Oh yeah. This big one behind it. I noticed that last time we were here with your family.
I was telling them, I said, maybe you could do that for me.
Yeah, when we were out here eating lunch with your family, I noticed that. So yeah, that'd be a good idea. I've gone through a good bit of this material. Yeah, so the other day when we were having lunch out here, I noticed that there was some leaves from the tree basically that had fallen on the roof. But we just want to make sure that they don't come down on the roof when they cut them. So yeah, that'd be nice if they weren't hanging directly over the house. Although they will provide some shade in the afternoon. But it is like noon now. There's the sun pretty high in the sky right up there. So it does provide a lot of nice shade.
So kung namin po, finish na lang nyo. Wala man kamo ito.
Si Ronald ba yung ano ni? Tira?
Si Ronald, okay. Inya ka to eh. Tibasan dito nyo frame ng kining parents. Okay. Yeah, dito. Ano ako guys, ini frame ninyo. Inya ka sa man yung taplakan.
Padala mo namin siya. Lugma. Yes, padala siya. Kaya ni plyboard ba ni?
Plyboard.
Plyboard mo rin eh.
Dili ba na ka ng kuanon ka ng termite ang plyboard? Dapat i-cure siya. Sulignom? Yeah. Ina siya daan na tawag sulignom ang sanay plyboard. Kaya bisog na. Yes. Nya, hindi sa sunod. Hindi sa may butang ka na. Plyboard ginagawa.
Baga kaya po tayo.
Baga na plyboard.
Dapat
Alright, well, I don't know if you guys are following that conversation or not, but I'm surely not because I don't understand what they're saying. So we'll take a little walk down the driveway. So if anybody else is curious, over here, just beyond the little buildings right over there, all that area here is also our property. Down to where our driveway comes out on the road, that's where our property begins down there on the bottom. Comes all the way up the hill, over the edge. So we've got from over here to, oh wow, well now the the house kind of blocks it. I can't just turn around and show you the other side now. House is in the way. Okay, to way over there, that's where I was earlier. So that's our whole property. Well, and then the back side and this front side, which is, well, not usable for a whole lot really, in my American eyes anyway. Looks like we've got something here that Ruby was glad was growing. It's some kind of edible plant. And then the string beans that we've got growing over here, the long beans. So she walked over here the other day to show, yeah, sure enough. So those are the long beans. Yeah, you see them growing all over. They're pretty young and immature right now. But those will be big, long, 2-foot long beans. Very nice. We can bring those right inside and cook them up and eat them. Ah, man, this is great. I love being here. Look at this view, people. There's our little town of Digos right over there. They've got most everything we need over there. In the grocery stores and such. There's a few things that we like to go to Davao for, or Terrell, where my wife's family lives. And that's 45 minutes to Terrell, 40 minutes maybe, hour to Davao. We were there yesterday looking at refrigerators and stoves and microwaves, trying to tie all that into the house and make sure we get what we need, but yet we'll fit our home as well as what we need it to do for us. So let's see if we can get a little. This is the view. I'm a little bit downhill here. There's the view from the front of the house. Kind of standing off the edge of the hill here a little bit. Alright, get my rear end up out of here before I hurt myself. Guys are on their lunch break right now. That's why it's nice and quiet here. You need to make an effort to find your way out of here now. Where there's openings, there's like scaffolding sitting in front of half of it, or a hammock across it.
Yeah, I was discussing with him about the drywall over here. They're gonna, I know, not the drywall, the plywood that they're gonna use to support the cabinets. But I'm concerned of the termites for those plywood, to make sure that those is really, a good one that they put there, because I don't want anything that's, and they need to put they need to cure it for the termites later, because I don't want later I have a nice cabinet, but then
well, if it's drywall like in the States, termites won't be interested in it.
I've been trying to address to him, because we use drywall in the States.
Yeah, and if it's like this stuff, only thicker, termites won't be interested in it because it's like a plasticky material.
So I need to address that thing to Arnold, what he really gonna use, because I want something really that's
termite resistant, or
worry about termite later.
Good.
Yeah, so I need to address that one.
Very good, honey. There we go. My wife is taking care of business. Very good. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. We're gonna get out of here in a few minutes. The roof is looking good. We talked about coming out here earlier in the morning. Maybe we'll try to do that tomorrow or the next day. We haven't been out here in the morning yet. We've been out here fairly late in the afternoon, but not like completely late in the afternoon. So you can see that's the kind of views I have all the way around me. Goes from mountains behind me to valley out to this side, to valley and ocean out to the front, and then back to mountains on this side. That's the direction we come in at over on this side. Thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate you tuning in. We're making some progress here today. It's not huge progress compared to the last time we were out here. We had a lot of progress with them finishing up on the roof. But when you move from one stage of progress to the next, sometimes you end up with a period where you have to re-stage everything, get the right materials in the right place, have the right materials brought into the job site, because we are definitely not right off the main road. So, well, we're off the main road, but by like 3/4 of a kilometer over what used to be only 4-wheel drive road, but today I drove it in 2-wheel drive. It's the second time I've been out here just using my 2-wheel drive. It hasn't rained in a couple days. And there's a little bit of mud in the trail, but not bad. Two-wheel drive on the Montero was just fine. So anybody that's thinking about coming out and visiting our house, if you've got a two-wheel drive truck, as long as it hasn't been raining real recently and the road's all muddy, then you should just be fine coming out here. So thanks everybody for watching and tuning in. You see what I'm looking out at here? Beautiful view of the ocean. Fil-Am Tink Bing out.